but you gotta get through all of these parts, okay? So today, future self embodiment. We need to start embodying the version of ourselves that we want to become. When we can do that in the here and now, we will call in that desired reality so much faster, quicker, easier. Manifestation is all about embodiment. Manifestation is all about being and becoming. You need to be that version of yourself. You need to feel it before it's here. You need to truly train your mind, trick your minds into believing that this is your reality. Manifestation is law of attraction. Like energy attracts like energy. So when we're in the energy of the person that we want to become and we are embodying that energy in the here and now, we're training our minds to believe that this is our reality. So what happens is we manifest more of that. We attract more of that, which means we attract it to begin with. It's a game. It's like playing a game. We're going to get into that in a little bit too. But when you can really get to know that version of your future self, your next level self, the self that is empowered and abundant, where money flows easily, where everything is easy, where you're traveling all over the world, where you're with your perfect soulmate, where you have the perfect soulmate friends and family around you, where you are loving your life. That's the future self vision that you really need to get acquainted with. And not just get acquainted with, you need to know that person down to your cells. So that's what I'm going to teach you today. And this work is so important. Future self work is so important. There's so many pieces of the puzzle. But I think today I left it for day 4 because it is what I'm going to be teaching you is something that you are going to be doing for the rest of your life. This is the kind of work that you are going to do every single day. This is the most powerful work you can do when you truly get to know that version of yourself and become that version of yourself. Okay? So, hello everyone. Welcome. We are on day 4 of Manifest the Shit out of 2023. It's a 5-day challenge. If anybody wants to sign up, if you haven't signed up already, just go to the link in my bio because I am not posting any of the replays on Instagram because I'm on a break. All right. So, how do we start to get to know who our future self is? How do we get to know this person? Who is this person? A great way to start doing this is to sit down, take out your journal, and figure out what it is that you don't want anymore. There is so much power in understanding where we are at in relation to where we want to go. You need to know where you're at in order to release it, in order to leave it behind, in order to move through. And you need to understand what you don't want anymore. There's so much power in that. If any of you have done my 14-day workbook, I've had this workbook for years, and I know that it's changed so many lives. Almost every day I'll have somebody come to me saying, I love your workbook, I still do your workbook, or I just found your workbook. One of the activities in that workbook is figure out what you don't want. And we do that because from that space we can figure out what we do want, right? So an extremely powerful lesson. This is not part of your homework, but I'm going to be throwing different things at you just like I have been for the last 3 days. I will be giving you different kind of things that you might want to do that I think are going to enhance your time in the challenge and in general as you manifest your next level in 2023. Okay, so something really powerful you could do is get out your journal, sit with yourself, and ask yourself, what is it that I don't want anymore? What is in my current reality that I want to move through? What is in my current reality that I want to leave behind that's not coming with me? What kind of patterns, right? We did a lot of this on day 2. We went into belief systems. We went heavily into belief systems on day 2. And that was all about understanding where you're at, where your current beliefs are, your negative beliefs, your limiting beliefs. Where are you at? You need to know where you're at in order to move forward. So think about that. What don't I want anymore? It's like, it's such a simple question, but it's so powerful. What don't I want anymore? Okay, list it out, write it down. Then from there, you can figure out what it is that you want, what you do want. Maybe you don't want to be in financial turmoil anymore. Okay, so you know your future self is someone who is financially abundant, who has money flowing in all the time, who has a ton in savings and it keeps growing exponentially. Maybe right now you don't want to be holding on to bad anxiety or depression or hating your life when you get out of bed in the morning, right? Well, future you loves their lives. They love getting out of bed in the morning. They feel so full and whole and excited when they see the sun coming in through their windows. They feel safe. They're not anxious. They feel supported. And they truly love their time here. So figure out what you don't want first. It's extremely powerful. Now, you need to, hello Facebook, I'm here too. I hope that I am looking in both places at once. Okay, well, not at once, but we're on day 4. Day 4 of Manifest the Shit out of 2023. Okay, so your next step, you need to create the character of your future self. Okay, think about it like a movie. Think about it like a movie. Who is your future self? Who is that person? Create a character, or a video game. Create a character. Take out your journal, write it down. Who is this person? What do they look like? What do they wear? What do they do? You want to get to know this person really, really well. This is your future self. Where do they go? Where do they live? How do they act? How do they feel? Who is this person? Create this person like it's a character. And then you can also visualize this character in the movie of your dream life. It's like, it's such a powerful activity. It's such a powerful activity, really. Close your eyes and imagine where this person is, what they're doing. Visualize them walking around. Visualize them talking. We're going to go into a really deep visualization practice in a few minutes. Visualize what they're eating, who they're talking to, what they're doing, what they're working on, maybe where they are in the world. Visualize. Visualization is such a strong tool in manifestation. And the beauty of visualization is that you can't go wrong when it comes to visualization. I can. There is no wrong way to visualize. The only thing that you need to be doing when you visualize is to actually feel it. So when you close your eyes and you're visualizing this future version of yourself, feel into it. Feel that happy, high vibe energy through your body. Just feel good. Just feel it. That's what's going to call that next level into your reality. That's what's going to magnetize that next level to you. It's amazing. Visualization is so powerful. So powerful. We do that a lot in Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy. We go through heavy meditations, not heavy, but powerful meditations, because you're going to feel lighter afterwards, and visualization work. In Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy, you are going to learn how to become your future self. You're going to be your future self. I am going to treat you as your future self. You are literally going to step into that reality. And the last few weeks of the program is dedicated to being, becoming. There's that word again. We need to be. We manifest from a place of being. When I manifested my dream career in finance, my dream career at the time, I thought that's what I wanted. I manifested it perfectly. A lot of people know this story. One of the major reasons why I manifested that career at that time is because I stepped into the energy of my future self for 72 hours straight. I did it for 72 hours straight. I was working with a coach. For 72 hours straight, I was the version of myself who had a career. I didn't know what the career was going to be. That's why I always say, keep your mind open when you're manifesting. I didn't know who my soulmate was going to be. So I always say, keep your mind open when you're manifesting, because you're going to realize that things are exactly what you wanted, but maybe not exactly as you envisioned them. Okay? I think I have to like adjust a little bit. Hi guys. Hi. People joining. We're on day 4. We're talking about future self embodiment. So, when I manifested my dream career at the time, it was my dream career. Was it my dream career? It was my dream career at the time. I was my future self. I was living in that energy for 3 days straight. In the academy, you're going to be living in that energy for a few weeks. You are literally going to become that person. That is why getting to know your future self is one of the most powerful things you can do during this work. You need to get to know them very, very well. It's a movie. Create the movie. What's the movie? Okay, my dream life. Who is the star of the movie? Think about it, write about it, script about it. Make a list. Lists are really powerful in manifestation. I made a list when I manifested my soulmate. It wasn't exactly that I was scripting about it. I made a list. It's like a 5-page list of everything I wanted. Lists are really powerful. List out the attributes of your future self. Who is that character? The way screenwriters or whoever creates the characters, I don't know anything about the movie industry, but whoever creates the characters, I'm sure they make some kind of list. They jot things down, right? They get to know these characters, and then when they find the actor or actress, they say, hey, this is the list, right? These are all the attributes right here. Do that. Write down your list. Who is future you? Who is next level you? Who is 2023 you? Who already has manifested the freedom, the abundance, the soulmate, the love, the dream life? Who has moved through their wounds and their blocks? Who has healed and is still healing? It's always a process. Who is the you that feels their heart open and so grateful every day for everything, because everything is just magical in their world? Who is that person? Okay, so you need to also start anchoring. I love this process. I talk about it a lot on TikTok because I'm on TikTok now. I keep saying that. I'm obviously having a good time over there. Okay, so anchoring. You're going to start anchoring your future life and your future self into your current reality. And you do this with physical items. You do this by things you do. And it's such a powerful exercise. So you're taking something from the future, putting it in the here and now, and that's how you start becoming. And you take steps. Each step gets you closer and closer to that desired reality. Each step gets you closer and closer to becoming that version of yourself. And what happens, it's really funny, because when we do manifest our next level, or even when we do manifest something that we've been wanting for a while, when it comes, it's just like you kind of don't even realize that you manifested it, because you have been becoming that person for so long that you just expect it. You're not really in the energy of manifesting and let it get here. Where is it? Come on, let's go. You're in the energy of being that person already, so you attract these things so easily, and you're already on to the next thing. That's why a lot of times I like to tell people, sometimes it's easier to envision our next level instead of our direct next level, because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get to our direct next level. So instead of the 6-figure business, it might be easier to envision the $1 million business, because that's something that you know you have time for, right? You got a lot of time to get there. But the 6-figure business, you might want it yesterday. So you put a lot more pressure on yourself for that. That's why I say a lot, you're going to start envisioning that next level. It's amazing. When you become this version of yourself, you're already in the next level, because you are already, and it just comes to you. These things just come to you. And that's why a lot of people, a lot of coaches, even like in a lot of books, they'll say, don't forget to show gratitude for what you have manifested up to this point, because sometimes it's very easy to get caught up in just, this is just my reality. I manifested this thing. Of course I did. I'm on to the next one already. That's how it happens. And that's how it's going to happen. And that's how it's going to continue to happen. Okay. So anchoring, incorporating things into your current 3D reality to anchor into the vision of your future self. Well, One major thing I talk about all the time is decluttering, right? Start decluttering. Get rid of low vibration items from your home, from your workspace. Declutter. Get rid of things that you don't need, that aren't coming with you to your next level. Think about future you. Do it from the space, from the energy of your future self. Future you is cleaning up their office, right? For example. And future you is getting rid of this, getting rid of that. I don't need this. This old letter, nope. Old letter from the boyfriend, nah. Rip it up. You know? Get rid of this stuff. I feel like that happened to me. I was up there and thought I was normal, and I didn't continue what I used to do and be grateful for where I'm at now. Claudia, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad to see you. That's so important, and gratitude and love are the highest vibrations. When we can express gratitude every single day for what we currently have, more and more is going to come your way. And you feel it, you really feel it, like you feel so grateful. When I was, just to kind of divert for a second, when I first started manifestation and I wanted to manifest more money, I had to manifest more money. That was my thing. I trained myself to be so grateful for the money I already had. And I had 17 cents in the bank at one point. I had negative $300 at one point. I trained myself. I probably had negative more. Trained myself to be grateful for it. Okay, well, the money was there at one point. I'm grateful I was able to use it. The money was there at some point. I'm grateful for the 17 cents. I trained, because when you are giving off that energy of gratitude and you really feel it every single day, practice gratitude. More and more will come your way. How do you get back on track? Do I have to go from zeros, or how can I keep going, in other words? How do you get back on track into the manifestation process, into the healing process? Is that what you mean? Or back into the process? And if that's what you mean, I would always say just jump back in. I had taken so much time off. And anytime I have been studying this for over 10 years, anytime I would take time off and I didn't do the work, right? I didn't do my journaling. I didn't do my scripting. I didn't do my limiting belief work. I didn't meditate. Anytime I would take time off and not do those things, it would push me further back. But then when I got back into it, I would challenge myself. And Claudia, I would suggest to you, challenge yourself to do something every day for 30 days. That's why I have my Into the Vortex program. It gives you something to do every day for 30 days. And something like going outside and breathing in the fresh air, that's doing something. Just one thing, one tiny thing that's going to get you closer to that desired reality, because it adds up. It's all about small, consistent steps. Just one thing a day, right? So like I would challenge myself to meditate every day for 30 days, even if it was just 5 minutes. And while I might not have gone to every single day, I did most of them, right? You do most of them and you get into that energy. You get the ball moving again. You get the vortex spinning again. That's how you jump back into it. And also what I'd like to say about that, it's a great question. I would also like to say that when I had my greatest successes, when my students, my clients have their greatest successes, it is when they sink in and they do the work, even if it's little by little each day. The work can also be going and treating yourself, getting a massage, going to do yoga, working with a Reiki healer, right? It's just anything that is going to help you move into your next level. And if it's something that is something your future self would do, that's even better, right? Maybe future you goes to get a massage once a month. They get their nails done, right? Stuff like that. Doesn't matter what, the work is absolutely anything that gets you one step closer to your desired reality. And a 30-day challenge is a great place to start. Challenge yourself to do something every day for 30 days. And if you don't meet the 30 days, exactly, don't be hard on yourself. The point is, you're going to have most of those days checked off. You're doing something. That's it. Just do something. Okay? I hope that answered your question. Good question. All right. Now, after you declutter, hi Jill, or Michael, or both. I usually say Jill because I think it's Jill. After you are getting rid of your low vibration stuff, another way to anchor in is to create your high vibration space. Think about future you. What does their space look like? What does their office look like? What does their desk look like? What is their room, their car, their home? What does it look like? Start to anchor that energy into the here and now by creating a space that is aligned with that vision. Maybe future you has candles on their desk and pretty crystals, right? That was something that I did. I love crystals, and I consciously put them around my desk, like purposefully, different crystals I might be working with. I put my little Sailor Moon, because I love Sailor Moon, as most of you know. I put her on my desk, right? I like to have my desk be a high vibration space, my office space. This is my office space. I like to have it be high vibration. Think about the things that will lift you up, the things that future you has. It doesn't mean to go out and buy stuff, You can. You can if you want to, but it's about consciously getting rid of the low vibration items, the things that aren't coming with you to your next level, and decorating as future you. And this goes the same for your home, your bedroom, your living room, your car. Think about these things, because when you do it consciously, it's so powerful. It is so powerful. Another good thing is your clothes. Dress up as your future self. And again, that doesn't mean you got to go out and buy stuff. I think we all have an outfit or two that makes us feel really good. Like on New Year's, I got this new dress and it made me feel so good. I loved it. I tried to take as many videos as I could for TikTok in this new dress because I loved it. It made me feel really good. When I have my hair down, I feel really good when it's curled, right? This isn't about being, this isn't about vanity stuff. This is about things that, future you might have long, wavy hair. Future you might wear dresses or long dresses or shorts or sweatpants or yoga pants, right? Think about these things. This is how you activate the energy of your future self. You're becoming. You're stepping into that vision. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to pause for a second to take some water. Anyone on Facebook? Okay. I don't think so. Okay. Anyone on Instagram? Okay. Okay. How to start doing this on a daily basis. Okay, actually, no. We're going back to that powerful visualization I was talking about. Another way you can activate the energy of your future self is to start visualizing yourself having conversations with people. Visualize your future self having conversations with people. Okay? Maybe you are building a business online. Imagine yourself having conversations in the DMs with all of these clients who can't wait to work with you. Maybe you have your own brick and mortar business that you just created and it's super successful, your future self. So imagine yourself talking to clients who keep walking in, customers who keep walking in. Imagine yourself, I love this one, imagine yourself being interviewed. Maybe someone's interviewing you for a podcast. Who is future you? What are they successful in? What are they doing? Where are they going? Visualize yourself talking as your future self, answering questions as your future self. And don't worry about getting so specific. I know a lot of people get hung up on that. I always go back to when I manifested my dream career at the time in finance. I always go back to that because I was not specific. I had no idea what my career was going to be. I knew I wanted a career at the time. That's what I thought I wanted. So what I focused on was what I wanted out of a career. I had no idea what the actual career was going to be. I was blindsided when finance presented itself to me. That was just totally out of my realm, completely not on my mind at all. That's why, again, I say you got to keep your mind open to how things will manifest. But if you feel like you can't get specific about something, just focus on what you want, the feelings that you want. So if you're visualizing yourself having a conversation with someone as your future self, what would your future self say? How would they answer these questions? Well, they could say things like, I live in this amazing home on the beach, right? Because maybe that's what you want. Well, I get to spend so much time with the family every single day, because maybe that's what you want, right? You just start thinking about these things if you can't get specific. If you can get specific, think about that. Think about exactly what you're doing. You're working at such and such agency, or you have your own business, or you have $100,000 in the bank right now that you just made overnight, right? It could be anything. Dream big. You literally can be, do, and have absolutely anything you desire. Anything. Anything. So, powerful visualization. Visualize yourself as future you talking to someone, answering questions, having a conversation. Okay? Now, okay. Also, you need to ask yourself, did I just mess up Facebook again? No. Okay. Sorry, Facebook. I'm looking in both places. Anyone just joining? Welcome to day 4 of Manifest the Shit out of 2023. We're talking all about future self embodiment. The replays will be in the Manifesting Miracle Worker Facebook group and also on my website. So if you want the links, just sign up for the challenge at the link of my Instagram bio. Okay. Now that that's done. All day long, you need to be asking yourself, what would my future self do? How would my future self act? In this situation, something would happen. Maybe you get into an argument. Well, how would future me react to this? What would future me say? Right? It's like the what would Jesus do bracelets. What would future me do? Seriously. Think about it. It's powerful stuff. This is how I manifest my next level all the time. All the time, because I get into that energy. I get into that energy. I feel into that energy. And then anything that's blocking me, I heal. Right? I had a lot to heal. We spoke about that on Tuesday. And sometimes, at each new level, there's stuff to heal and things to release. But understanding who future you is and getting into that energy and learning how to do that consistently on a daily basis, that is going to get you so far. It's going to keep pushing you further and further. And until all of a sudden, boom, you're in that reality. And it's second nature to you. You're like, okay, well, this is my reality. What's next? What's next? And that's how it happens, and that's how it will happen. And when I say every day you need to embody the energy of your future self, I don't mean like, from morning until night. I mean, that would be great if you can. What I mean is at least once a day, start thinking about these things. Because when you think about it, usually we don't think about these things. Usually, we live our lives on autopilot. Usually, we don't do things consciously. So when you do something like this, even if it's just once a day, and you take that time out, that is going to push you further and further. I mean, would you rather be doing something to get you closer to your dream life? Or would you rather be doing nothing? Like the nothing is not going to move you in the right direction, but the one little thing is going to move you in the right direction. And when you do that one little thing, it exponentially gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it becomes easier and easier and easier. You just sometimes need to get through that first few steps, that first week, the first 2 weeks. You got to build the foundation, lay down the framework. We spoke about that on Monday in day 1. Sometimes it might not be easy, but you got to get through it. And once you get through that first week, that first 2 weeks, things become so much easier. You start manifesting things. You start realizing you have already manifested things. You get excited. And exponentially, these things get easier and easier and easier. Okay, so as I was saying before, the number one most important thing that you need to do in the manifestation process, besides limiting belief work and healing, is to play. That's it. You need to play. Play in the energy of your future self. Have fun with it. When I first started studying manifestation over 10 years ago, I know a lot of people, most people know all about how I manifested $500 in 48 hours. And then I manifested $70,000 in about 30 days. And I did this a while ago, but I did it because I was having fun and I was playing. It was a really fun experiment. It wasn't something that really mattered to me. Of course, the money mattered, but it wasn't that I needed the money. I mean, everybody needs that money, but I didn't need the money. I wasn't doing it from a vibration, from an energy of need, of neediness. I was doing it from the energy of having fun with it and just doing this experiment. And what happened was I forgot about it. After I visualized, I wrote it down, I wrote down my intention, then I forgot about it. So tomorrow is going to be all about letting go, co-creating with the universe and letting go, because that's a huge part of the equation. But playing, having fun, that is the biggest part of the equation. Have fun with it. How can you infuse more fun into your life in general? What can you do to make life more fun? What can you do to make things that you don't like more fun? I don't know if you saw my TikTok video recently. I was talking about I got a bright pink ice scraper for my car around Christmas time. I got one for me, I got one for my mom. It's pink. It's so cute. I made a TikTok video about it. I hate scraping ice off of the car, but if I get to use a hot pink ice scraper, it makes it a little more fun, right? Infusing fun. Playing. Playing is not just for children. Tap into your inner child. From that energy, you can manifest anything. From that energy, you can collapse timelines. You can jump through time. From that energy, you can truly tap into your higher self, the energy of your soul, where you create things like magic, where things just happen for you, where things can continually magnetize to you. Play. You need to play in the energy. Have fun. Play in the energy of your future self. Dress up. Dress up in a fancy dress. You don't have to go out. Or go out. Go do something. Go get coffee all dressed up in your high heels. You know, like, it's playing in the energy. That's what this is all about. Okay? Hello, everyone who just joined. We're on day 4 of Manifest the Shit out of 2023. All right, I am going to take another drink of water. Does anyone have any questions before we start getting into the homework? Questions? Okay. Play in the energy. Play. Have fun with it. When we are having fun with it, when we are in that high vibration of fun, all you're doing is attracting more and more and more and more of it. More high vibration, more fun, more of what you want. We overcomplicate the manifestation process. Oh, how can I embody the energy of something I don't know? Or how can I embody the energy of abundance or money, whatever it is that we desire? Just play. Just have fun. Just be in that high energy and feel it. Feel it throughout your body. Feel it. Dance around. Jump up and down. Feel it. Have fun. Infuse more fun into your life. Okay? That's how you're going to manifest so easily. Now, the last thing before the homework is, in order to truly embody the energy of your future self and become that version of yourself, it is really important to honor your past self or your past selves that got you to this point. I think a lot of times we forget to do that, and I was talking about it a little earlier too. A really powerful practice is to write a letter to your past self as your future self, right? Thank your past self for getting you to where you are now. Thank your past self for going through those struggles, or for discovering this type of work, for discovering healing, for getting you to this point. Thank your past self for everything that they've been through. Write a letter to your past self. It's so powerful. You got to start understanding that this future version of you is created already, right? Think about it like that. I keep saying that throughout this whole entire challenge. That version of you has been created in another reality already the moment you thought it up. Now you need to become that person by matching that energy little by little each and every day. A great way to do that is to write a letter to your past self. Be your future self. Get into that energy. What would they say? What would they write? What are they saying? What are they writing? Right? Sit down and write that letter. Okay. Any questions before I get into the homework? And also, all of the different exercises that I talked about, those are things that you can do on your own time. You know, you could do it for homework if you want. Homework. I gotta find a better phrase than homework. I don't know. Your work. Your soul work. Ooh, soul work. Soul work. I'm gonna write it down. Soul work. Okay. So for your homework, soul work today. Today is a lot easier. I know I've been throwing a lot at you. I know that many of you have not caught up yet, which is okay. I keep saying that it's okay. You're going to have access to these trainings for the whole entire week, for another week from Friday. So from Friday to Friday. Because after that, they're going to go into Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy. So you have a whole week, but I gently urge you to do the work. Sink into the work. This work is going to get you so far. I can teach you all day long. I can talk to you, talk at you all day long. But once you start to implement the lessons, and once you start to integrate the lessons, that is what is going to get you further. Even my teacher always says, I think she said like 30%. You know, I did a live retreat with her. I think she said it was like 30% or 20% of the work was there. 80% was on your own. And it's true. Do this work. This is the work that's going to get you further and further and further. This is the work that is going to allow you to manifest your dreams and get to that next level, especially this year. We have so much time, guys. We are only on the 5th day of the year, right? Start preparing, start envisioning, start visualizing. It doesn't have to be hard and it doesn't have to take long. If you do this work and you sink into it little by little every single day, you will become that version of yourself quickly, easily. If you do the work to heal and the work to release and the work to move through all of your blocks, you can become that version of yourself faster, easily, more easily. Okay? Do the work. Don't be hard on yourself if you haven't done it yet, but get it done. I gently urge you. Okay? So, your homework, which is more simple than the last few days, is simple yet powerful. What you're going to do is do something, at least one thing, today, tomorrow, the next day. Do it for the next 30 days if you want. That would be great, actually. Do something to become your future self. Do something your future self would do. Maybe wear something, wear an outfit that your future self would wear. Maybe you know that your future self has a nice smoothie for lunch. Go get a smoothie. Maybe future you goes to yoga a few times a week. Go do that. Maybe future you goes outside, goes for a bike ride or a walk. Maybe future you loves to read and actually gets a book complete in a month. Instead of the you of now who might read just a few pages. That was me, right? So do something to activate the energy of your future self today. That is your homework. At least one thing. And do it consciously, right? Consciously say, I'm activating the energy of my future self by doing. You can write it down. Or do a few things. Make a list. Whatever it is that's going to get you into that vibration. From that energy space, you can attract your dreams. And in the Academy, in Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy, we're going to go so much deeper into this. Again, you are going to become your future self. That Academy is all about healing your life and manifesting your dreams. That's the framework I have used to overcome addiction, to overcome depression and anxiety, to overcome hating my life, and manifesting miracles. You know, I am very good at manifesting things. I'm amazing at manifesting things. But it took me a while, over 10 years. I want you to get there way quicker than I could. And I did. Way quicker than I could and way quicker than I did. That's what the Academy is for. It's a beautiful, beautiful program. It's a group program. It's beautiful. I'm going to talk about it more tomorrow. It's going to also house all of my manifestation tools, all of my spiritual healing rituals, something that you can pick and choose which to do that day. Oh, I need to do something today. Let me pick this one. Oh, I am manifesting a new home. There's going to be a slot for that. Manifesting money. It's going to be a spot for that. It's going to be really everything I've learned over the last decade plus and my signature framework. And the last part of it is becoming your future self. And you're going to become your future self. That's the idea. Okay? So start doing that today. That's your homework. Are there any questions at all? Facebook. Let me check on Facebook because I haven't checked on Facebook. Sorry guys. Any questions before I sign off? Once again, the replays are not going to be posted to Instagram. So if you want to catch the replay, just go to the link in my bio, sign up for the free 5-day challenge. Day 5 is tomorrow, and we're going to be talking all about how to make the universe your best friend and how to co-create with the universe as your best friend, and also how to let go and allow your desires to manifest. That's the really important part of the process, right? And a lot of people get stuck on that. I don't know how to let go. I don't know how to let go and let my desires manifest. I'm going to teach you that tomorrow. Okay? Any questions? Any questions on Facebook? No? Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. If you have any questions, you can ask them on the Facebook group. You can DM me on Instagram. And again, the link is in my bio. Okay, guys, go be your future self. Go activate that energy. You got this. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Facebook.